Yo, what's up, guys? So, it's the first time I'm doing this weekly news for the staff in VR because I think if you see what I'm doing with my face and maybe I could do some expressions, I could showcase a little bit of what I'm saying, you know? So, the way this is going to work is in the description, you could find every time that I go over a point on the checklist that I'm going to post in the channel. Underneath the video, above the video, somewhere like that. And you don't have to hear me drone on and on. You could just flip wherever, whatever you find super cool and exciting to look and check out. I think that this talk is going to last about 30-40 minutes, so we'll see where it goes from there. And maybe I'll play with my ears a little bit as we go through this. So in the background, obviously you can hear the rap music. I'm gonna use this avatar because that's what my mood is right now, you know, really chill, relax, and obviously I don't sleep, so I have this type of stuff. I'm sure a lot of you can relate. So we're gonna go through a list of things, and you know, obviously I have this little menu right here, and we're gonna go through it together. And I'm gonna go over 3 different things. So first, what happened last week, like I usually like to write in staff news. What's gonna happen this week coming up, what are some of the major focuses, and in the project channel that I'm going to create very soon, you could check it out. And you could volunteer for the projects that you like to do, because I know that you guys want to do things or you feel like you want to do something more. Well, we're making this channel right here, so it's easier for y'all to do so, and it also helps me too, because myself, I get confused, and I understand that you all probably get confused too. So hopefully this video will clear it up. So then the last part is going to be the really fun and exciting part. Again, all of this video is private and unlisted, so nobody can really know about it, because if we are trying to build up this community, we want to make everything a surprise. So everything that's said here in this channel is private and not said to anybody outside of the staff, to ensure that everyone has a good time. It's not because of keeping secrets or anything, it's to make it more fun for everybody, especially for the far future. Yeah, so this is how it's going to go on for this video and all videos in the future. Everything's confidential, all information is confidential, and we do it because we care and we strive for excellence. So the first thing I'm going to talk about on this list is what's happened in the last week. So obviously, you know that the server got spookified. You know, even I edited some people's PFPs with a basic editor online and made it look a little bit spooky. You know, people's names were changed, and it's really, it really looks nice, especially for everybody to really get in the spirit up until Halloween. It's pretty fun too. You know, especially with Halloweek coming up, if you have been paying attention to the events and whatnot. So, you know, that's pretty simple. We do that, and we're going to keep doing things like that, like during the winter holidays, Christmas, the server anniversary. December's going to be filled with all that type of stuff. You know, instead of spookification, we're going to really make it festive, you know, like December really should be, up until the new year starts, where everyone has a chance to really refresh and begin a whole new year where there's millions of opportunities. So that was the first step this week. The next thing that we kind of did this Saturday was we had a staff shield day. So, you know, we played around, some Town of Salem near the end, and there was many other things we could have done. In the end, we didn't do them, but that just means we have more things to do for next time. And I really think we should do more shield things like that. So we're definitely going to be having staff shield days more than once a month going into the future. And, you know, as we get better at doing them, anytime can really be the shield staff shield time, all you gotta do is ask, oh, I want to have, you know, I want to have these events for the staff going on and whatnot. And we'll just do it, because we're all friends here. And, you know, as staff, as volunteers, we deserve to get some really cool stuff, which is definitely not only the beginning, you know, having our exclusive events. That's just a little snippet of what's going to be coming. You know, it also includes projects, you know, badges that'll come into the future, which differentiates staff from other people, and other things that, you know, will come. So those are two things that in this last week. And the third one that I thought was significant was that there was a mod team leader meeting. There was a Butler Maid meeting too, and you know, I might as well talk about that too. But so the mod team leader meeting went really, really well. As Yerson pointed out, it was more than a success. It was more than what he expected, which was really cool to hear. You know, I was there for most of it, and it really looks like the mod team itself is going to keep progressing into something more and evolving into just a really elite mod team. It's going to take time, but it's getting there. You know, mod training is going to eventually become a thing, so trial mods don't need to, they can chill, you know, they're going to learn what they want to do. As a mod, you know, what's their style, and they get tips too from the current mods. You know, stuff like that. It's great, and at least with the current mod team, some new trial mods are going to be coming in next week after the interviews that are going to happen next weekend. You know, and maybe rule changes, especially rule changes. Maybe I should bring that up. You know, with the community changing, we're going to veer into like a 16+ community, so you know, our rules are going to change, less leniency on a lot of things. And you know, people who are younger than 16, they're welcome, they can stay, you know, that's fine, but we're not going to change our content for those people. So you know, a lot of talk about maybe certain things that in the past weren't allowed are now going to be allowed, because hey, you know, we're pretty chill around here. And you know, that's up to the mod team, the more specific details, you know, like with politics, religion talk, and you know, suicide will never be a thing, no. But you know, other talks that in the past might have seemed a little bit too lenient was really because of the younger audience, since we're going more towards a chill 16+ teen community and above, you know, up to like 25 years old. We're definitely changing the rules, and you know, that'll be clear as time goes on. Like I said, the mod team is working on it. And then, like I brought up last point, this week Butler Maid meeting, it went really well. Everybody in the Butler Maid team, including myself, who failed to be a Butler Maid, you know, brought my input there too. And what the Butler Maid team is going to be focusing on, what to take away from it, was because nobody's going to be joining until we promote the server like early December or late November. You know, Butler Maids are going to be more focusing on event participants, and also on people that are in the community and maybe went inactive too. So it's going to be a really long list, excuse me. You know, maybe 1,000 people, hundreds of people who used to be active, and just to ask them like what they want out of the community, asking for opinions. And your opinions matter a lot too, especially if you're active. People who are inactive, they left for a reason, or they moved on, which is good. You know, everyone should be focusing on their IRL life. But if any way we can make our community to enhance that person's life, that's what matters. Every one of us should be gaining something from the community. So Butler Maids, you know, and every staff team, all of us, we're working to kind of get to that goal. And we all have our own personal reasons. You know, I have mine. And you could always ask me, just DM me, I'll tell you them. But like, the gist of it is, it's about the people, adding value to their life. If we can't help them, that's unfortunate, but hopefully we can, because we're accepting of everybody. It's really what I want us to grow into. I mean, something unlike a lot of other places on the internet that might not be as accepting or help somebody as much. We hopefully will become something bigger than just what some people would call just a Discord community, because that's not what I think we are. I think we're so much more than that. Especially the people. I wouldn't be so motivated to even make this video or talk about this stuff if it wasn't for you guys motivating me, showing to me that you guys have the talents, every one of you, to step up, share your opinion, and at one point in your time you've had such a huge impact on the community, or you wouldn't be listening to this video right now, since it is private to you guys who have volunteered, who have inputted. And even for people who are retired staff or even regular members of the community who haven't really volunteered much in a team, they've helped too. Just being there, investing their time to help other people, to chill with other people, already makes their other people's lives better. So we're all helping. So main point with the Butler Maid team though, is that they're going to be reaching out to those people who did find, like, I found value but then I lost it, I moved on with my life. Well, guess what, it's not over. We're only beginning. This whole time that we've been here with Tosha and we did this transition, we've been growing as a community, we've been learning, and we have bonds unlike other communities have from the very get-go. When we open up the community to the public, that's when things are going to change. Don't be afraid to invite people that are friends with you in games neither, because that's huge too. We should already start building up that community, which is how it's going to go in the future, you know. Invite all your friends, whoever it is. Try and make this community, you know, we're trying to make this community as friendly as possible. So I personally, you know, I can envision when we make it public, you know, I'd go up to people in real life with like a t-shirt and just say, hey, yo, check out this community we got here. You can join in, you know, stuff like that. So that's this week. And I went on and on like I usually do. So we'll look at the week ahead then. So one huge thing that's coming up this week is Halloweek, of course, which is like our week before Halloween themed events around it every single day. And it's going to be hard for the event team. I mean, if you want to help out, reach out to them. You can look at the schedule on the events page or the announcements page. Reach out to one of the event managers. They'll help you find out who's working on what, and you can share your input. Let's say for the first event that's going to happen this Wednesday, where we're going to be reading horror stories or developing a horror story for the community. If you can come by, if you want to share input, they would probably love it, because they need it. It's not easy to think of this and be creative. Oh my gosh, my music. What? Why? Okay, wait. I gotta fix this. This is actually annoying. So you just type in rap music in YouTube and you already have a lot. Dang. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's better.
To improve and grow your business, you need better data. Then make your type forms even.
Okay. Okay. Let's do it. Let's keep at it then. Remember, you could always skip anywhere in this video. Okay, so like I was saying, so we have Halloweek going on soon, and the event team's gonna be running it. Okay, this song is too loud, man. Okay. Yeah, so Halloween's coming up. There's going to be a bunch of events going on throughout the week, and definitely on Halloween there's going to be something real cool for the community. But again, this is all to keep with the spirit as a community, as a family during this time. So definitely reach out to the event team if you want to help out, because some of these events are pretty cool. I know I'm going to be helping out make some of them. So second point would be the community panel, something that's been around for a long time but still hasn't been implemented yet. That is going to be probably sometime in November. And what it's going to be like a live stream. I'd love to do it in VR chat, but I think some of y'all can't do it. But the way it's going to work is, some of us, at least the managers or admins, I don't like the word admin, you know that. We're gonna go on this podcast with other people. You can volunteer right now. Just DM me, and you want to be there in the podcast. It's gonna be a really big one. It's gonna talk about all the changes to the community, and throughout the event, there's gonna be guests. Usually staff members. So again, volunteer if you want to be a guest, because you're definitely invited. You got priority over the other members. Now, overall, all members will have a chance to input, whether it's through a little vote through the bot, or they can get onto the podcast, onto the panel, and step up and bring some points to the cast on it, which will be me and the other managers plus 2 other people yet to be decided. So that's how that's gonna go. It's still in the works. And yeah, in November there's going to be a lot of stuff having to do with like the community's development, more than running huge events. That's kind of like the break period. We got Halloweek, then we have like things going on in November that have nothing to do with like huge events, so it's like a break for the event team. And then December we're going to have like these huge events that have to do with like the festive spirit. So that's what's going up. And then this week ahead, we're gonna finish the emoji contest, which we've already finished. The page, and me, Wadi, Tiki, and Amber are gonna be looking through the page, turning them all into emojis, whichever one isn't like a meme, because memes are interesting emojis. We're gonna get some good emojis in there. 10 regular ones and 5 ones will be voted on by the community. 5 gifts, yeah. 10 regular, 5 gifts, so 15 emojis in total. The rest of the emojis will add slowly by the designers. So definitely look forward to those. Give your input wherever you want. Voting booth is always there. So that's what's happening this week. Now, hello, this is the last part of the video, and it's the most important one. If you feel lack of motivation, if you feel like the community's just gonna go nowhere, or you just feel like you're confused, well, let me ease your worries with this talk right here. Now, never talk about this with anybody, because these are things that are not confirmed fully on when they'll be done. They are going to happen, but who knows when they're going to get done, and we don't want people to not get surprised when they come out, because they're really cool things, some sooner than later. So I'll start with the first point, the name of our community, and that will be Excelon, because you guys in staff news voted overwhelmingly for Excelon after the first vote. It won against those other ones. We're just going to call our community Excelon because it fits a lot with where we're going in the future. It does have that type of ring to it of, our very professional type of community where it's very chill for everybody, but at the same time we do the best we can. Hence the slogan, the basic slogan that we could come up with, Excelon, which is we strive for excellence. And when I think of that, I really think about excellence in all parts of your life. Whether it's gaming, being creative, socializing and meeting new people, or just showing off who you are, being who you want to be, learning more by interacting with other people in so many different ways. So that's really what's going to be the fun part about our community. It's excellent. So the second thing that we're going to be doing there is the design team is actually going to make 5 concept designs for the logo. And, that should be done sometime during November. And, the community is going to get to give input on those line designs, those line arts of the logo, and, possibly change it. Hence, because of Tiki's idea to do that. So that's the logo. The next point that it's going to be major is the Patreon. We're going to have a community Patreon, and we're going to have it earlier because of people demanding to have that. And the way it's going to work is there's going to be a joint account between me and Amber, and so the money will always be controlled and put where you guys want it. It needs to be regulated, and it is. So nobody can touch it on the outside or abuse it, and I will make sure of that because it is on my account. And everything will be transparent with that. I know I'm going to drop at least $100 to the community right when we start the Patreon. We'll see where that goes. If you want to know where the money's going to go, at first, most of it's going to go to promotion. We're going to save and stockpile that money for promotion when we do launch. Hopefully get the community out there to a lot of people. And we'll also save some money for giveaways, special events that we couldn't do without money. We'll have a budget, essentially, for things that in the past we wouldn't have been able to do, like creating a project, maybe that requires making a really cool art design. And well, I think even the designer should be paid some money for for commissions that we have. But also we could always reach out to external artists and commission for them to create some really cool things too. So those are some of the things that we can do with the money on Patreon, and we will. Also, the Patreons will obviously get some really cool benefits too, such as insider ideas on projects that are already happening, multipliers on the future event reward system that I'll bring up later, and other exclusive prizes for them. Yeah, just to say that basically. Still in the works, and if you have any ideas on how to make the Patreon role more enticing and give them more things like they deserve, then please do bring it up. If you are a part of the staff and you want to become a Patreon, then obviously you already know about the project, so it's kind of silly. So for sure there'll be other things that you can choose from too, depending on what level you donate. So that's the Patreon. Okay, now that I'm back, let's go over the profile pages. This is a concept that is familiar to some of you. If you are familiar with staff cards, it's very similar. If you're familiar with Tatsumaki profiles, then you're probably even more familiar with it. In the future, it's a possibility that Amber's bot is going to have a profile page where you put your name, you put a bio, and the cool part is that everybody's going to have badges. So let's say a badge if you won a singing competition, you'll get a badge. If you are a part of the staff, you'll have an exclusive badge to show off that you are a part of the staff. So yeah, this really nice page, probably multiple page profile, which will be custom to our community. Really cool feature, I think, and we could really do a lot of things with it. So then let's go to the next one, which will be the event reward system. So I don't know if you've known this, but the event point system has always been a beta test. It's never been official, and even though some people might have thought of it as that, it's not. You know, we have the entire time been on our way to creating an event reward system, or as some might call it, the event loyalty system. It's a much more efficient system through Amber's bot. You know, on the Google Sheets, we'll probably track everybody's participation in events. We'll allocate event rewards a lot easier, and there will be achievements such as you participated in this type of event, like a singing competition and then a movie night throughout a month. So if you reach a certain amount, then maybe you could win bonus rewards or maybe a special badge to represent that you were able to participate in all of them. And if you did win events, then you would also get a little thing there too. So that kind of ties into the profile page as well. And you know, we'll see. We have to keep working on that. So if you have any ideas on how to make the event reward system really, really fun for you and for everybody else, then please do contact me, the event team, Amber, and we'll try and collect those ideas together. You could work with us, whatever you want. So the next point are platforms. Now, you know, a lot of people are going to point out, oh, we're a Discord server and all that, you know, we're just a Discord server. Well, not for us, not for Excelon. We want to make people's lives better and excel in everything we do. We are not restraining ourselves to Discord. We are not a Discord community. We are just a community, and Discord's one of our areas, our main area, the place where we started. But we're definitely going to grow to different places. So first off, of course, we're going to have that Patreon, but we'll also have a Twitter page for updates on events and huge promotional efforts as well. And we also will have, you know, a YouTube channel for some really nice animated videos, possibly in the future. Other videos like highlights from our streams on our Twitch, or possibly, you know, some moments in the singing competition, like once a month we could have a recorded singing competition, and you know, everyone can look back on these fun moments that we've had in the community, since a lot of it will be recorded, stuff like that, you know, including legendary and Patreon and staff events too. They could be recorded if people wanted to. It's all based on what you guys want, of course. And then you could always look back on it on YouTube. We'll stream certain games, you know. We'll have our Excelon Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and other platforms as well, including in video games too. That's going to be a major one, which I'll bring up later in the Gaming Empire version, you know, section of this video. You know, I'll go more into depth of why having our own in-game clans and guilds and platforms is going to be major, and including on Twitter and YouTube too. So we'll get there. So the next point is going to be just that, the whole gaming empire. And the way that's going to work is a little bit complex, so I think I should sit down. So this is a pretty big one, and for me personally, it's my favorite one, because I have heart am more of a gamer than anything creative or, you know, being social. Always at my roots a gamer, and I like to chill and hang out too. So with this whole gaming empire, the way it's gonna work is we're gonna have guilds or clans or whatever groups you want to call it throughout plenty of popular video games. You know, whatever you can think of, and we'll go one at a time, you know, growing our guilds. But it doesn't stop there. We're not growing guilds from scratch because that's too difficult. We're probably going to be doing something more, and it's kind of revolutionary. Not many places have really done this, even though it's such a great tool. what we're going to do is we're going to reach out to current guilds that exist and ask them if they'd like to join us, join our community. And here's the deal with them. You know, we as a community, we enhance their guild, we enhance their members' experience, make sure they have a better time. And really it comes down to they don't have to do much other than just kind of promote us and just join us. And I think most people would probably pick up on the offer because it'd be cool. And for the biggest guilds, we might even spend some money to kind of like buy them out in a sense. So, you know, really growing our community in the gaming world by building a gaming empire, which is going to be pretty cool. Personally, it's my favorite thing, and the thing I'm going to be investing most of my time in is like building up that gaming empire. Now, that's just a little bit about it, and there's more specific details of it that are going to be formed over time, and based on what you guys think about it, you know, we'll get there. And yeah. Okay, so the next thing we're going to bring up is content collaboration. And, you know, we are going to have collabs with other communities, other Discord communities, other online communities, you name it. We'll reach out to them. If you know somebody, if you know some group, just hit us up and, you know, we might just collab with them if they have to do with our community in some way. You know, we could help them, they could help us, and it's great. It's more fun, definitely. But what I really mean by content collaboration is not only with those servers and those communities, but also with streamers and YouTubers, since that's going to be a huge one. Reaching out to already existent streamers who maybe like to stream creative things like singing and art, or they like to game or just focus on socializing. We reach out to them and we can, you know, help them out with their community, run an event with them, really enhance their stream, enhance their community. And at the same time, it'd be fun, you know, if we could get a professional singer, if we could get a professional gamer into our community and maybe host a little event for us, while at the same time we help them too. Again, a long run type of idea and goal. You know, and this will veer into the next point, which is the sponsorship program, which is how it'll work for the gaming guilds that are super huge, and will also work for the let's see, with the streamers and other content creators too. You know, if we get that big enough, if we grow it, they can become sponsors of us under a program, and it's kind of like a premium level status, rather than just being a regular streamer that streams stuff with us. We give them special features, yet to be decided, but we give them special things over the other streamers. And all they have to do is kind of like promote our Discord, promote our website, our Twitter, and all that. So again, another outlet where we can help others, and we again can help grow our community and really help and enhance people's lives. Yeah. So the last 2 points here, and then I'll close out with a few statements. Amber's bot. You know, if you didn't know this before, Amber has at least 3 years of experience in Discord bot coding. You know, he studies that type of stuff. Very familiar. And what's really going to be a big thing, at least from the Discord side, because, you know, the whole community side, we have our concept like the gaming empire one and the content creation one. But Amber's bot's really going to be the one thing that really sticks out about the Discord itself. Technically, you know, from the, you know, hey, you can type a command or get a profile page that's specific to our community. You know, expect a lot of cool things that are going to happen with that. I can't tell you specifically because, you know, Amber can't guarantee that he can do every idea that's been brought up, but you can definitely expect, definitely some great things from Amberspot into the future. And if you have some ideas and you think it's not possible, then think again. We can, have one of the greatest discords when it comes to bots because of Amberspot. So definitely check that out. Watch out for that. And the last point, which is the thing that's coming up soon is Trap Frenzy, which is a huge one. It's very private info, and it's a game that during the server anniversary is going to be announced. So again, like with everything in this talk, please keep it private. Do not share with anybody. We want this to be a surprise, and I will not go into details, so it's a surprise to you too. Really, it's coming out during the anniversary, and a few other things will come out during the anniversary as a gift to everybody that stayed around, and really to celebrate too. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's it for the points. Those were most of the things I wanted to bring up. The future features. In the very beginning of the video, we went over last week's ventures, and also what's going to happen this coming week, some of the bigger things that I can name off the top of my head. Overall, thank you all for watching this video, and I hope that you have a good time. Do not be afraid to share your voice. You have meant so much to this community, and together we're going to make this future amazing. But it isn't something that we could just do and just wait to happen. We can make the change today, one step at a time, one person at a time. We all have this one goal in mind, and even further than the community, to continue to grow, to learn, to become better people, and at the same time meet new friends and hopefully help them too while they help us. That's really at the core of why we do all of this. So thank you very much for everything you've ever done for the community. And I really mean it from the bottom of my heart. My life has been changed because of you guys. So definitely keep being awesome. And thank you for watching. Yeah.
You can't take all my chains. You can't take all my bands. You can't take all my sauce. And you can't take all my game. But I know just one thing. You can't talk to my bitch.